The problem with most CRMs is they don't fit your business. Instead, your business has to fit their system, which means you end up changing your structure and processes just to make the tool work. So instead, let's build a CRM that actually works the way you do, using Airtable. Hey there, I'm Alex Knowles from automationhelpers.com, and we have helped hundreds of businesses simplify the systems so they can actually run and grow without friction. In this video, I'll show you how to set up a simple, flexible CRM that supports your process, not someone else's. Then you'll learn how you can build on top of this, turning this basic CRM into an actual system that helps you manage your pipeline, your follow-ups, and is actually there so that you can run your whole sales process. If you are new to Airtable, then you will want to go ahead and check out our basic introduction video, learning Airtable in under 15 minutes. Then together, let's go ahead and look at how you can build a CRM using Airtable. But before we jump into Airtable, let's simplify this because most people actually overcomplicate what a CRM is. At its core, a CRM needs three things. First, who your leads are. Second, where they sit on your pipeline. Are they new? Have they been contacted? Are they ready to buy? Have they been closed? And third, what needs to happen next? Do you need to follow up, send a proposal, check in, begin work? So first, head into Airtable like we have, and we're going to create a new base. You can call it something simple like CRM or sales tracker or sales pipeline. Now, this first table that we can see is going to represent your leads. So let's rename it contacts or leads. And this will be your foundation for your CRM. Everything in your CRM will revolve around this table. So now let's create the fields that store the information of your contacts. So we've created the fields for our contacts table in Airtable. And the big win with Airtable here is that it is a relational database, meaning we will have a table for contacts that we can connect to deals, accounts, proposals, and so on. Whereas if we were building this in a spreadsheet, well, we're going to have different worksheets that can be aligned, but different spreadsheets as well. So we've got our fields here: name, company, email, phone, status, deal value, last contacted, and next follow-up. What we're doing here is we are mapping out the first part of your CRM, who your leads are. Now, let's bring in the second piece, where your leads sit in the process. So here we have a status field with stages that reflect specifically how a pipeline actually works. We've got new lead, contacted, qualified, proposal sent, won, and lost. Now, this part is important. These stages, the status, well, it shouldn't be generic. You shouldn't follow what I've done unless that actually matches your structure and your processes, because this is where most CRMs go wrong. They force you into a predefined structure, not knowing that you work differently. You're a unique business. But back into our contacts table, we can head to view and switch to Kanban view, grouping by status. Now what we have is a visual pipeline. You can drag and drop leads as they move through the process, and you can always jump back to the grid or table view on the left. Beyond that, we can also set filters. So perhaps we only want to have a particular view for leads, some for contacts, some for qualified. We can easily do that by selecting filter and then predefining what actual records will be front and center. Now let's add a third piece to this. What actually needs to happen next? Because this is how a CRM can help you manage your day-to-day and goes beyond just a place to store your information, spreadsheet, to a system that helps you manage your work. So let's discuss the fields. Last contacted and next follow-up. These are currently date fields, and right now this works, but it still relies on you to remember that you need to update things. Manually, that is. So instead, let's make this automatic. Now we have a couple ways of doing this. Instead of manually updating the last contacted every time, we can use a different field type, which would be last modified. So now anytime I or you interact with this record, that will update the date automatically. And now your CRM stays accurate without the extra effort. However, if you are updating that record and didn't actually contact the client or lead, well, you have an error in your system. And so that's where we can lean on automations to help us connect our comms tools or our communication tools. Now, this is a bit of a harder process to set up, and one that you'll need to reach out to us at automationhelpers.com on how you can actually get this done, because This involves connecting your tech stack and your different systems. Now, you do have the ability to set up automation so that when an email is received, you can trigger an automated workflow in Airtable. But you will need to understand how to set up more complex integrations in order to set up when an email has been sent. Like here, we have an automation that we have built where follow-ups are based on the pipeline stage. So we've got a new lead coming in. Well, that means that we follow up in 1 day, contacted 2 days, proposal sent 3 to 5 days, and more. So how do we do it? Well, we have a trigger so that when the status or the stage changes, the action set next follow up to the calculated date. Now, there are also multiple ways that you can achieve this. And of course, the way that you do that depends on the complexity of how you actually set those date fields or any field within your CRM. All right, so we've built our simple CRM and things are underway. We've looked at how we can go beyond just a place to store our information, but everything is still being run within one single table. And that just doesn't make sense because your deals aren't a contact and your tasks aren't deals. So instead of cramming this all into one table or spreadsheet, we have the ability to connect multiple tables because Airtable is a relational database. So instead of forcing everything into contacts, we separate things out and link them together. That's the real win here, is that each table has relationships with the other. And this is what turns your CRM from just a simple tracker into an actual system that works for you. So let's take a look at how this actually works structurally, because once you understand this, the build becomes so much easier to both implement and build on top of. Don't forget that this is a simple CRM build that you are going to use for your unique business needs. So we're working with 3 core tables here: contacts, which is the foundation of your CRM, opportunities, and deals. Now, within contacts, these are the people or businesses that you will work with, or the leads, of course. And importantly, each contact only exists once. Now, you could take this a step further and have a contacts table and a businesses or company table, but we're just going to keep it simple for the sake of this video. The important thing to remember is we are not duplicating contact records, that is. Next, we've got opportunities, and this is where potential work starts to take shape. So an opportunity could represent a conversation, potential project, or an early stage lead. So a single contact, well, that might have multiple opportunities linked to it. Deals next, which is active revenue, the opportunities that have progressed. They're qualified, they're active, or they're closer to closing. So instead of mixing everything together, we have separate tables for early interest and for real revenue opportunities. Now, how are they connected? Because this is the key part. Here's where it all comes together. Each opportunity is linked to a contact, and each deal is linked to a contact and an opportunity. So instead of us duplicating information, everything is connected through these relationships. And we do that through a linked field in Airtable. So if we take a look at one contact, they might have 2 or 3 opportunities over time, and maybe one of those turns into a deal. All is connected, no duplication, and no mess or chaos. This is what will turn your CRM into a system rather than just a place to store information or a simple list of contacts, deals, projects, whatever it might be. Contacts are your people or companies, opportunities are potential work, and deals are active revenue. They're all connected, but they are not the same thing. And separating them like this, but keeping them linked and connected, is what enables you to build a system that actually scales and grows with your business. But we're still not done, because once you've got the structure in place, well, that's where things become really powerful, because you don't actually have to create these records manually, the opportunities and the deals. For example, when a new contact is added, you can automatically create an opportunity linked to them, or perhaps when they hit a certain stage, the status is updated, like we saw earlier with our automations. Things progress, and when an opportunity reaches a certain stage, like qualified or proposal sent, you can automatically create a deal also and have that linked to both the opportunity, the originality, and the contact itself. So now your system isn't just tracking your process, it's actually moving things forward for you. Now here we're taking a look at another CRM. We're actually managing contacts, accounts, proposals, contracts, deals, onboarding tasks, and tasks or client deliverables. And that is why Airtable feels so supportive, is because Fundamentally, it is a relational database, meaning that you don't need to have all of your information in one place. But that doesn't mean that you can't have all of your information connected and have it actually progress through certain stages. Now, if you are looking to get started with Airtable or you're eager to learn more, well, check out our Airtable playlists and the rest of our content on our channel. But if your business is ready to get set up and automated so that you can scale without friction, do not hesitate to reach out to us at automationhelpers.com, where our team of experts offering a free 30-minute consultation. So book yours today.